pull this mic closer so you can actually hear me. That's better. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can hear me out there. I didn't think to double check my audio. Okay, I should be good now. Hopefully you guys can hear me out there in TV land or internet land. As I was saying, I didn't go live last month because we were getting ready for our family vacation, and I've been doing this so long, I'm really bad at it. I didn't get my mic set up before I got recording, and thanks for joining us, Heinz. Thank you, sir. Heinz Koch is joining us out in the studio land, whatever it is, out there in Inner Tubes. I got my Crimson Guard shirt on today. But as I was saying, I didn't go live last month because we were getting ready for our trip to Disneyland the following Sunday. We were leaving, so I was getting things ready. So we didn't go live last month, but we are back. And that's also kind of why my podcast has been delayed the last month due to vacation and other life's unforeseen unfortunates. But I'm here. I'm working on getting things back on order. So let's go and get started. So today, as I talked about, we are going to be looking at the Ferret. I don't know if anyone else ordered this. I'm liking the box. So we've got the window showing the figure, which I like. We got a nice action shot here of the Ferret in action with another one behind it. The side, we got the little thing you can scan, and the number, it's 119. On the back, we got a picture of the Ferret driver with his accessories, the ferrets, and some close-up of the shots as usual. And on the side, we have the picture, if you want to store it that way, with the Ferret driver. So very nice. So this is the Ferret. 1 second. Let me grab my scissors. So I cut things open. And let's go and get started opening up the Ferret. Please feel free to leave your thoughts in the chat, and I'll read them on the air. And as I talk, I'll be talking. And again, join us on Sunday the 28th. When we look at what I consider to be a landmark and a very special episode of G.I. Joe, a Real American Headcast, episode 58. And when it's listened to me talk for any length of time, may know why it's a special landmark issue for me. If not, join us on the 28th and find out why. A little sneak preview. Here is the issue in question. Ooh, ah. That is coming up in just over a week. So be sure to join us. So I've got the box open. We bring out the customary, I forget what they call it now, cargo box, whatever, with all accessories. We'll put this to the side. And we'll bring out the box. So we'll bring out the Ferret or the driver. So here is the Ferret driver. There's no sticky cords or ties or anything holding him in place. It's just molded plastic. So we'll bring him out. We've got the figure. I'll hold the mic so you guys can hear him. Here's the figure. Very nice. Let's take a look at the figure first. He bends relatively easy. I know some of these have been a little stiff. This one's actually not too stiff. And Heinz said, yes, your first G.I. Joe comic? Yes. Talking about issue 58. Yes, that is the first issue of G.I. Joe I picked up off the stand that got me into this. So, we'll be talking about that a week from Sunday. Also pulling out, there's a helmet with my thumb in the way. We've got a helmet for the Ferret driver. And he's got a couple of pistols, little gun. And as I'm doing this, if you guys have any suggestions on how I can improve it, make it better for people that's watching, please let me know. I enjoy hearing from people. I enjoy making my shows as good as possible. Another gun. So he comes with 2 pistols and put that away, and a little knife. So we're going to look at the figure. There's places for everything, I'm assuming. Well, there's a place for the gun. So we'll put the guns in his gun pouch. So there's a gun holster down here on the side for a gun. And there's one up here on the top for another gun. Excuse me, I figure out how to put the gun in. I'm pinning it the grip first. I'm not a gun guy, apparently. Oh, and so there's a gun there, a gun on his hip, and one down, and the knife goes in the boot. There's the knife in the boot, a gun up there, and a gun right there, and the Viper's helmet goes on. Interesting. Yeah, the original Ferret didn't come with a driver, so this is I don't know if they've come in any other of the packs over the years, but I know the original didn't come with one. So this is a newer figure for me, a new figure for me. There's the Viper, the Ferret driver, which I like. The Ferret Scout is what he's called. So let's go ahead and we'll put him to the side, and we'll move on to the toy itself. So again, we've got the box with the ferrets and the wheels in it. Put this to the side right now. We've got a little piece of cardboard, which I will throw away. And it comes with what is this? An instruction sheet. So we got a picture of the driver on the front. I forget whether it's like a technical spec drawing of the driver on the Ferret. A picture showing putting the helmet on the driver's head. And then there's instructions on how to put it together. So I'm going to put these instructions down. I'm going to bring the box up. Unlike the Ferret, this has a lot of plastic pieces holding it in. Can you see that? So we're going to cut all these plastic pieces off. So bear with me 1 second. As I try to figure out how to do that, we'll cut the string on the inside. And that allows the chassis to come out. Put it over here on my desk. And then the wheels on the bus go round and round. We'll bring out the 4 wheels. Again, like I said, I'm always open to suggestions. If you guys have ways I can improve my show, I can do this better, please let me know. I love hearing from people. Looks like just someone else joined us, but they disappeared quickly. They realized this wasn't, I don't know what they thought this was, a cooking show or something. And oh no, there's some fat dude playing with his toys. That's all right. Pull that off. So we got the 4 wheels. There's the wheels. They're an actual rubber wheel. Very nice. Pull all these scraps out, throw them in the trash. 1 second, kids. And then we will go to the ammo box. Again, the standard box. We pull it out. There's the usual little piece of paper with the different information on it. I mean, just warnings and all that. My brother, hey, why do you need about warnings? I ignore warnings. Again, a sealed baggie, which we will open up. I will toss this in my recyclable can. Remember, kids, recycle. It's good for the environments. Pull out all the little goodies. I'll put them to the side, and I'll show you guys in just a minute. Make sure the bag is empty. The bag is empty. Throw that away. And again, we got a gun. Big rifle thing. Throw the cardboard away. Got the roll bar. Handlebars. Very nice. A piece I dropped 1 minute, kids. Oh. All right, I'm back. Whatever this is, we'll figure that out in a minute. And some missiles. So following the instructions, which I can do at times. So it tells us to put the wheels on. So I'm going to pop the wheels. The wheels just pop right on. One would hope. Oh, yeah, they just snap right in. They stay on pretty well. So far, I'm happy. Wheels pop on. They don't come right off. Very nice. Sometimes with these, you never know. Pop on all four wheels. Whoops. Pop all four. Well, there we are. Make sure they click into place. Also on here, we have the roll bar, roll cage, which, oh no, this is on the front. The back, I don't know where this is at. I'm looking. So bear with me while I figure out what I'm doing here. The handlebars are quite clearly, we know where they go. The handlebars pop right in. Looking at this, there's a roll bar. That's not the roll bar. I'm not seeing the roll bar. Oh, okay. What I'm looking at, this says the snap. I thought it was like a roll bar, that piece right there, if you can see it. But it's already on there. Hasbro did me the service already of putting it on there. So that's what I was looking for. So I got the wheels on because the wheels on the bus go round and round. Let me see here real quick. I'm trying to figure this out. It shows that this piece here that I thought maybe was a roll cage at first snaps into the other piece here. Bear with me while I figure this out, kids. Okay, the bottom. So it goes like that. So you've got the winch, which you can't really use. It's just molded plastic is there. That goes around top of it. And then this whole piece just snaps onto the front of the Ferret. Tilt this down so you can see it. It goes snapped onto the front of the Ferret like so. Stays on pretty secure. Got the wheels, got the front piece. Okay, so these pieces here that I wasn't quite sure what they are. The missiles snap onto them. So there's a long part and a small part. The small part snaps into the vehicle. There's little holes right here. The little part snaps into that. And then the missile snaps onto that. One thing I kind of miss, sort of, from when we were kids, is the stickers. You used to have to put the stickers on yourself. I say I miss them. I was always bad at it because I've always had fat fingers, so it was always hard for me to actually put them on properly. But the nostalgic part of me misses doing that. So I don't know. What do you guys think that's watching this? Did you guys enjoy putting the stickers on? Was it a pain? Do you like it now that stickers are already pre-planted on here for us? What are your guys' thoughts? So I've got the missiles put on. Oh, okay. And then the gun the gun has two pieces. You got the gun itself, and then there's a little whatever this is, turret bar, whatever. So there's a hole in the bottom of the gun that pops into here. And then this pops onto It doesn't really say. So I'm going to look at the box and see where it's situated at. It's situated in the... Maybe I'm a little slow. I can't quite figure out where the missile, the gun, connects to. I would assume on here. We'll go and pop it onto here for now. There. And there is the Ferret. The steering wheel can turn. This little gun or radar, whatever here, can turn. The gun can turn. Got to watch out about turning too far. The gun comes off, which you don't want. I don't know how well secure that is. You got the missiles on the side that can come off. Missed the camera. There it is. So you got to be careful. Maybe it's just too rough. But this little side piece keeps wanting to pop off. So I got to put that in, make sure it's all the way. And then the Ferret driver, his knees fold up, and he sits on the ATV of the Ferret. Yeah, see. So far, my only complaint, this back gun comes off a little too easy. And I guess he's supposed to lean down like so, and they can shoot over his head. Just got to be careful so you don't blow your partner's head off. So I think this here should be a little longer and a little different design, because the gun, unless I'm doing something wrong, if you guys have this and I'm doing something wrong, let me know. But the gun on this seems to pop off rather easily. We'll turn it behind so he's not shooting himself in the back of the head. But there is the Ferret with the, what do they call them? The Ferret Scouts in the Ferret ATV. Again, the wheels, kind of like the other one I have. The wheels go up and down for like suspension. See? So you can run over a little rougher road. Very nice. Overall, I'm happy with it. Like I said, the gun, I think, is a bit of a bad position. Needs to be a little higher, or I don't know, something. Because you're in danger of blowing your full head off. I don't know if you're controlling or if someone's supposed to be controlling it. And again, yeah, the gun doesn't stay on great. Let me hold this up so you can see it. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, the gun doesn't stay on perfectly. It comes off a little too easily for my liking. They've all got their flaws. That's one of the flaws on this. Yeah, the back gun, if you're not careful, comes off a little too easy. But that's the Ferret with the Ferret Scout. What do you kids think? Let me know in the chat. Again, if you like what I'm doing, hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. Always forget to do that. Like and subscribe down below if you like what I'm doing here. If not, still like and subscribe. What the heck? Send me an email either way. Let me know what you think. gijoe@headspeaks.com. Shoot me an email and let me know what you think of these videos. Do you guys like them? Do you think I'm wasting my time? Please feel free to let me know. So put the instructions back in the box. The empty ammo box back in the box. Oops. Hang on. We will put the whole thing back together. Why not? We'll put this back in here with the ammo box in there. And I've got it backwards, but that's okay. And we'll put this up to store it. Thank you, Heinz. Heinz says he loves the video. I appreciate it, sir. You're much appreciated. Thank you very much for liking the videos. Thank you for showing up all the time. I appreciate you. So now over my desk, you can see, here's the Ferret. It rolls along rather easily. And it will join my rack up there, my shelf there on the top. So there is the Ferret. As I promised, it's only been about 20 minutes, so I've got some more time. We'll open up another G.I. Joe figure. This one's dusty. Again, I like Dusty. In fact, coming up soon, I think maybe next episode, not the one I'm going to record, but the following episode, I think, is the two-part The Trader, if I'm not mistaken, which is the Dusty two-parter, which is one of my favorites. Again, as I said, on the cartoons, most of the multi-part episodes are my favorites. Though spoilers, this month, next in 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about Memories of Mara. I guess spoilers for an upcoming episode. I like that one a lot too. So just to give you guys spoilers on next Sunday's show. I'm going to have a lot of good things to say this next Sunday on both the cartoon and the show. Just one second. I got someone tap knocking at my door. Let's roll and see who it is. Hey, child, just show.
I found out that you remember we were talking about the other day with this the superhero and villain name. You know, I was talking about the caveman guy.
Caveman guy, yes.
Craven did it. Craven.
Oh, great. So my child, we was talking the other day about villains, and she's trying to think of one of a caveman. She came to my door and said she didn't realize it was Craven, who's not really a caveman. No, he's not. He's not a caveman. He's a hunter. He has in the jungles and stuff. He's not a cave. That's what threw me off. He's not a caveman. Craven the Hunter. He's got a movie coming out soon. Ish.
Yeah.
Though it's gonna be divorced from Spider-Man because it's Sony.
Grayson's playing the superhero Lego game.
Yeah.
And he was one of the ones that popped up, and I was like,
oh,
that's his name.
So yeah, we were having a discussion. They were trying to think of cavemans. Or we were trying to think of superhero names. She was trying to think of a villain that started with a C. I forget what it was now. But she kept saying there was a caveman villain. I'm like, well, the only caveman villains I know about offhand that I can think about is Vandal Savage started off as a caveman. So yeah, apparently my child was thinking of Craven the Hunter, thinking he's a caveman. No, he's not a caveman, honey. Kids, gotta love them. So, sorry, I got ahead of myself. The little paper I'm throwing away. So again, I forgot. Here's the box. We're back to the. Again, I forget when this came out. I've had this for a little while. We've got the carrot. We've got the actual plastic back, so we can actually see the character in there. We get a nice drawing on the side. Again, the drawings can be hit or miss, like the Zorano one. Oh, but this one, I like this drawing. It's very, in my opinion, well done. This side, we get the number 49, along with the logos on the side of it. There's no QR bar to scan on this one. Sometimes they have the QR bar, sometimes they don't. Put the box to the side. And here is the Dusty figure. So we're going to pop him out again. Nothing to cut out. It's all just the formed plastic packaging. We'll pull Dusty out. We'll put the accessories to the side. Here's Dusty without his hat. His hat's in the packaging. So we have a removable hat. I like that. His arms are relatively, and legs, they're relatively easy to move. I know a lot of times, like I said, with these, sometimes they're a bit stiff and hard to move. Dusty's actually moves rather freely. It doesn't move too well at the waist. But maybe if I play a little bit more, he'll loosen up. He feels like he might be loosening up a little bit. Got a little bit of a wiggle there. This leg looks a little on the loose side, but loose side. Anyways, we'll put the figure down and we'll pull out his accessories. So he's got his standard backpack. He's got some goggles. Put them down so I can hold these things in my hand. He's got his hat. And the hat's not cloth. It's a plastic. Sometimes they got cloth. This one is either going for the plastic for the toy. Makes it survive a little better, I think. He's got another pair of goggles. He's got two goggles. Two pairs of goggles in here. Again, I'm not a gun person. He's got his rifle with a little kickstand so you can put down the dirt and fire from a sniper angle. There was an extra clip I just threw away. And his knife. 1 second while I grab that clip. So he's got a clip, which I'm looking. Oh, yeah, the clip, as usual. Once I figure out how to put a clip in, goes in the bottom of his gun. There's a little hole right there in his gun. Once I figure out how the clip goes in, I'm not a guns and ammo guy, so please bear with me a moment. Oh, there we are. So the clip goes in. So the clip comes in and out. He's got a knife. So let's put things on Dusty. Here's Dusty. So I'm looking around. He's got a place down here in his boot for the knife. We'll put the knife. Whoops. Put the knife in his boot. Knife fits nicely down there. His backpack goes in the little hole in his back. In fact, there's a hole through the web harness. Through the web harness into his back. So this goes through the harness into his back. He's got 2 sets of goggles. Why 2? I don't know. Oh, that's why. One's looser than the other. So one can go on his head now. Once I figure out how goggles go on, the nose piece goes next to the nose. So again, it just slides over his head to give him his goggles. His helmet can go on his head. And then the extra pair of goggles can go over his helmet. Very nice. You can remove if you don't want the goggles look, or he's got the goggles or glasses or whatever they're called. If Jared was here, he could be able to correct me on this. And David joins us in the chat. Hey, David, glad you could join us, buddy. Let me know what you think about my podcast and these live unboxings I do. His gun fits right in his hand. Again, his helmet fits on. He's got 2 sets of goggles, one that goes over the mask and one that goes over his eyes, over his head. You can pull the mask off if you want to. Put the helmet goes on. Again, as I said, Dusty, I love him. In fact, in this upcoming episode of G.I. Joe, Royal American Headcast, Dusty, while he's not prominent in it, he does have a bit of a role in there that makes me like him even more. And as I said, he's holding onto the gun, the clip. Sorry, I'm just playing with the clip, trying to get it in properly. But the upcoming episode of G.I. Joe, we'll be covering 2 episodes that deal with Dusty, the traitor, which I really like. So, figure out which hand goes best for his gun. I guess it goes in his left. And there is Dusty. What do you guys think? Do you guys like Dusty as a character? Do you like this figure? I think David Finn, one of my fellow podcasters and fellow Joe, if I remember right, he wasn't a big fan of this version of Dusty, but I like it myself. I like Dusty. I think this is very reminiscent of the original figure that I used to have. What do you guys think? And Dusty and the Ferret will be joining us up here on the shelf, and I'll be taking a picture later and posting of my G.I. Joe shelf there on the top. In fact, a little up there on the top. Got Joe on one side, Cobra on the other. These 2 characters will be joining them today. So here we are. We're only half an hour in. So 20 minutes for the Ferret, 10 minutes for Dusty. We have more time. So we'll go ahead and we're going to jump from G.I. Joe for a minute. I know this is a G.I. Joe podcast. This is a G.I. Joe station, but one of my favorite characters of ever all is Firestorm. I picked up this Multiverse Firestorm McFarlane Collection Edition. I've actually got 2 of them. I've got this one, and then I've got one he's all in red. I'm not as a fan of that one. I ordered this off of Amazon, and they sent me the red figure. Apparently, it was a variant chase. I was going to send it back, but a lot of people are saying, no, it's variant chase. You should keep it or sell it, or, I'm like, well, I'll go ahead and keep it. Excuse me. Ordered another one, and they sent me the same one, the variant chase. So I ended up buying this one at Target at some point after that. I found it at Target. So I picked it up instead of trying Amazon again. So at some point, I need to put my other variant Chase Firestorm up on Facebook Marketplace to sell. But Firestorm, he's got multiple hands. We'll open them just a minute here. On the back, we have a very nice drawing of Firestorm. Looks more like a modern version. I prefer the older version with the more puffier sleeves, but it's Firestorm, one of my two favorite characters. So you can't go wrong with Firestorm. So I'm just cutting the tape on this packaging as I'm talking to y'all. And a little bit of my Southern Oats roots come out, y'all. We'll pull this open. So again, let me know what do you guys like Firestorm? Am I alone in this? Firestorm's in the package. We'll pull him out. Also in here is pull the whole thing out. So we've got a stand for him, a stand for him to go onto, and a collector card. I've gotten a couple of these cards so far. I've got the Death Storm. I've got the Atom, I believe. So I'll pull the card out. Again, it's the pack picture from the back of the packaging. Very nice. On the back, it says real name, Ronald Ronnie Raymond and Martin Stein. Ronnie Raymond and Professor Martin Stein are two very different personalities. One is the epitome of youthful exuberance. The other, rational thought personified. But when merged into a single entity, these opposite complement each other's strengths as Firestorm, the nuclear man. Firestorm is a living nuclear reactor and one of the mightiest heroes in the world. And David says he just gets G.I. Joe and Transformers. Right on. That's the main thing I get. I get Firestorm and Atom figures when I can find them, and a few others occasionally. I picked up Owlman on clearance at Walmart. I pick up, like I said, I've got some of the Star Wars black figures from Ross, cheap. I got the Vision and Speedball. I picked them up cheap on sale. So again, I'm more into G.I. Joe, and I say I'm into G.I. Joe. Also like Transformers. I say I like Transformers. I've discovered I like the 86 Transformers. I haven't cared for much else. But hey, it is what it is, right? So, David, you get the G.I. Joe. Do you like the classified? Do you buy the older stuff? What G.I. Joes do you buy? And which Transformers do you buy also? Which Transformers do you like? So there's a little display stand for this. This is DC. I assume it just goes behind them. Oh, that's what it is, I'll bet. The card. Very nice. We're going to put this down because I just discovered this. Just figured this out for this one. This is the first one that came with this display stand. And the card actually slides into the back. Very nice. I like that. Good going, DC. Actually, I guess this is McFarlane. Good going, McFarlane. And you can see through my mic and everything. There it is. It can stand up. Very nice. As you can see on my shelf here, behind Dusty and the Ferret, I've got my Firestorm statue and my Death Storm figures. David says he likes all G.I. Joe Transformers. He now has 674 Transformers. Wow. Very nice, my friend. Very nice. Like I said, the main ones I've gotten right now are the 86 ones from the movie. And then I've got a few others that look like. I've got the Optimus Prime. You can't really see it back here. Megatron, newer figures. But just about everything else I have is from the 86 movie. So I sit and make a lot of noise. I say I'm a Transformers fan, but mainly the Generation 1 series, I guess. So I'm trying to pull Firestorm out, but apparently he is got some plastic pieces holding him together. So we'll pull one piece out. Oh, and there's one around the waist. Bear with me, kids. So, David, I'll talk to you as I'm doing this. Do you listen to my show on a regular? Are you a new listener? First time here? I love hearing from people. I love talking to people. I love hearing from people. And apparently I'm having problems pulling a toy out of the package. Maybe that says more about me than anything else. Oh, he's got one around this wrist too. Bear with me 1 second while I play with my scissors. Don't play scissors at home, kids. David says he has his from when he was a kid. He's 44 and still plays with toys. And he just found me. Well, thank you for joining us, David. I'm glad you found me. Let me know what you think. I will appreciate hearing from people. I enjoy preferably constructive criticism, but let me know what you think of the show. Things I can do to make it better, things you don't like about it. I enjoy hearing from people. So, took me a minute. I'm a little slow at times. But I got Firestorm out of the packaging. So his hands come with the fists on here, have fire flaming off, and his power's activating. With these figures, their ankles move. He's been doing a good job. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, David. His legs move, not too stiff. A little bit. That one is a little stiff. And he's got, let me put Firestorm down as I drop the stand. And he's got multiple hands. I'm not going to pull them all off because I don't want to cause, in fact, I'm not going to pull them all off because I don't want to lose them. I'm going to leave them in the packaging for now. But his hands pop off and they can pop on. So you can switch out his hands. You can have him do different things. You can pin him on the stand and you can pose him. I'm going to have to rearrange my shelf a little bit now that I got another Firestorm figure out here. And I got a couple more boxed up somewhere. Again, I'm still, as I've talked about in the past, we built this room I'm in. We built this for my, when my oldest son moved home. And then he moved out with his girlfriend, soon to be wife. So I took over his man land. Then my middle son moved in. So him and his fiance or girlfriend at the time, they moved in here and her kids moved into my son's room. Once he left, I've moved back out here, but I haven't finished getting things arranged and displayed yet. But there is Firestorm in all his glory. What do you guys say about, I know he's not G.I. Joe, but what do you guys say about Firestorm? I personally like Firestorm. He is one of my favorites. We'll put him on the shelf over here. Again, I need to do some rearranging. The mic man will hear me so well for a moment. But I'm going to have to rearrange because we're going to have to put him on that shelf for Firestorm and the Death Storms. Only problem is I've only got 2 shelves that this Firestorm patch will fit on. That one and the one on the top. But so we're going to package this back up. We'll bring this back over. And so far I've opened up the Ferret, I've opened up Dusty, and I've opened up Firestorm. David said he looks okay. Well, that's all right. I don't expect high praise for Firestorm from everybody. He just happens to be one of my favorites. I don't know what it is. I love Firestorm. Put these boxes out of the way. And those are 3 vehicle and 3 figures I've opened up today. It's only 1:40. I've got time. We've got time. If you guys want, I can open up another figure. I've got other figures down here we can open. Open up my shelf of goodies. In fact, you can see I've got other figures on the shelf I haven't opened yet. So since this is G.I. Joe, let's go back to a G.I. Joe character. Another one I really love. Quick Kick. Any Quick Kick fans out there? Again, he showed up in the comic, in the cartoon. Actually, it's the cartoon I'm thinking of. Dressed just like this with the fudgy bar. Very nice. I like they included a fudgy bar as that's when he first showed up in the cartoon. Again, we got the plastic packaging, which I said before I love. On the side, we got the QR code you can scan. He's number 116. On the other side, we have the drawing. which is a fuller shot of the one from the front. And then on the back, we've got a picture of the figure, a close-up of his throwing stars, and his pant leg, I believe it is. David said he loves this one. I'm sorry, I missed that last question. Sorry, David. David's asked what state I'm in. David apparently is in North Carolina. Well, I am in state of confusion normally. No, I'm in California. I'm actually near the town of, you probably heard of Fresno, California. I'm in a small town nearby that. An undisclosed bunker in my garage. What? Yeah, I'm in a little town called Sanger, California. It's southeast of Fresno, California. So we'll pull quick kick out of the packaging. We'll put the packaging to the side. Again, some of these figures I've had sitting around for a little while because I started doing these shows. So I wanted to do them on here. So again, this is just a molded plastic, nothing for me to play with scissors about. So I pull quick kick out. Rephrase that. I try to pull quick kick out. Sorry for the packaging noise. And here is quick kick. He's got his sash. Again, no shirt on. His pants. Yeah, there's the close-up we saw of his pants. The design on it. His feet move. Again, not too stiff like some of them are. David says, I get the good toys out there. No, actually, these I bought off either Amazon or a Hasbro Pulse. I don't get a lot of the figures in the store here. That's been one of my complaints. Been a little better here recently, but yeah, we don't get a lot of figures. In fact, right now, my local Walmart, there is one, I think it's the Baroness from the Snake Eyes Origins movie. And that's it. There's nothing else G.I. Joe related in my local store right now. So unfortunately, I get these online. If it wasn't for Hasbro or Amazon, I wouldn't have anything hardly. But there's quick kick. He's got a removable head. His head pops off. Oh no, you killed quick kick. And he's got a switchable head. Similar face sculpt. It looks like, okay, one it basically looks like the hair's different. This one here, the hair's kind of flowing. But there's quick kick. Let's open up his accessories. The package. Oh, the packaging for the Ferret Scout. He's got his backpack, places for his swords. His chocolate bar. Very nice. I love that edition. It's fantastic. He's got throwing star that looks like it's in the midair being thrown. Very nice design. He's got some extra hands. I'm leaving the package for right now because I don't want to lose them. He's got some swords. I'm pulling them out and talking about them. Let's talk about them. He's got 2 swords because he is a ninja or whatever he is. And they nicely slide into his backpack. They slide right in there. Like I said, I'm going to leave his hands in there so I don't lose them. And then he's got nunchucks. I'm having a problem getting out. There we are. So again, he's got 2 extra sets of hands, closed fist, and a karate strike one. You can see that. I'm gonna leave them in there so I don't lose them. David says that he has to buy all his online because of my cancer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hope the best for you. Yeah, it sucks, but hope you're doing okay with it, man. Let us know. Yeah, Wishing the best for you. Quick Kick's backpack pops onto his back. And I've already lost one of his swords. 1 minute. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. One of his swords fell out of his backpack already. We try switching them, see if maybe it's position they're in, or maybe they're just loose in there. They feel a little, the swords are loose in there. So again, well, it's not necessarily a bad thing because you don't want to be stuck in there. The swords are a little loose in his backpack. But there's that. He's got his chocolate bar, which I'm going to place in his hand. I just love that he comes with the chocolate bar. That's fantastic. So he's got a belt with 4 holes in the back. I'm assuming that's for his 1 second. Chocolate bar. I'm assuming that's for the nunchucks. We're going to try that out the backpack on, see if they go in there. And again, let's look at the nunchucks real quick. So they are plastic molded. They're very loose plastic, so they can fold up. The handles are a little bit stiffer. So I'm going to put these into his belt. And yeah, so his nunchucks can fold up and slip into his belt. I'm putting him in upside down maybe, but that way his backpack doesn't interfere with it. One second, guys. There we are. So as his nunchucks fit into the back of his belt there, his backpack goes on his back. A throwing star can go in his hand. Maybe I may be speaking. There you go. A throwing star can go in his hand. And the chocolate bar can go in his other hand. I don't know why this makes me so happy that he comes with the chocolate bar that he had in the original episode he first appeared in. Makes me happy to see that. But there is Quick Kick in all his glory. I'll put his other head probably back in the packaging so I don't lose it. What do you guys think? I see he can move around. His head looks, gotta be careful his head doesn't pop off. So my only concern about swappable heads is that you got to be careful so that the heads don't pop off too easily. Back to our friend David here in the chat. I keep losing the chocolate bar. He says he has 1 year to live before it takes him out. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough diagnosis. And again, I know I sometimes they're wrong. I've heard that before, and I've heard people, they live 5-10 years longer just to be difficult. So I'm hoping that for you, man. We've never met, but I am hoping that you outlast their prediction and stay around with us for a long, long time to come, buddy. If you ever need anyone to talk to, you ever get feeling depressed or whatever, feel free to send me a message on Facebook. I'm on other places, but I don't do much on these other social medias. I should, but I don't. I'll put this stuff back in the packaging. So that was Quick Kick. And we're going to end with Quick Kick today. So what do you guys think about Quick Kick? When I move around, I got to make sure he doesn't lose his chocolate bar, make sure he doesn't lose his star, his swords. His swords are loose. Like I say, not bad. The sword's a little loose for me. The heads I worry about coming off. I love the chocolate bar. Oops. I moved his arm and his chocolate bar flew out of his hand. Hang on, kids. So what do you guys think? Like I said, I'm working at trying to get better at this. Be sure to, in fact, maybe next time if I get around to it, maybe I will put together an opening and a closing for the show. Instead of just doing a cold opening like I do and just stopping it. Maybe I'll put together some little video or something to start and close the show with. Just as a little treat for you guys. Because I don't really use these as podcasts. These are just for you guys that are watching on YouTube, or I guess now it's just YouTube. X, I got to figure out how to do on Instagram. It wants me to enter a code of some sort. I got to figure out. X wants to become a premium member. Facebook has stopped. So right now it looks like I'm only on YouTube. But here's Quick Kick. Put him down with the others. I wish they came with foot stands like the Firestorm figure did, because usually they don't stand up too well. I know you can buy them, but I wish they came with foot stands to stand them up with. If you can't hear me too well, sorry, but I'm going to pull out. And we got Quick Kick, got him sitting down. Firestorm, Dusty, and the Ferret with the driver. What do you guys think? Which one was your favorite character I've opened today? Both out of the figures and out of either the cartoons or the comics, wherever you read them at. Let me know. Again, I do this usually the third Friday of every month. I request it off from work so I can have some time to do my podcasting, and this is part of it. So I'm usually here at 1:00 p.m. Pacific time to do a live unboxing. I've got a lot of toys. Again, if you can see down here below, I've got a lot more I can open up. And if I run out of G.I. Joe, behind me here, you can see I've got Transformers also. So I may be sliding those in and out also, like I'm doing the DC ones. But that is going to be the show for today. Again, if you guys like what I'm doing, be sure to like and subscribe down below. Join me here the third Friday of every month. The fourth Sunday of every month at 1:00 Pacific time, we do the G.I. Joe, a Real American Headcast recording. Be sure to join us again this coming Sunday, or not this coming Sunday, that's the day after tomorrow, the 28th. We will be talking about, again, as we talked about at the top of the show, a landmark issue for me, issue 58. And somewhere, where's he at? I've got a signed copy also we'll be showing and talking about. I've got it framed. It's running. I just had it out the other day, but I moved it because I was rearranging things. I was cleaning my shelf up and rearranging it. I'll have to find that before Sunday or next Sunday. But anyways, Dave, you have a good day too, man. Feel free to join us. Thank you very much for joining us. And again, if you ever need to talk, let me know, man. I'm here for you. And my condolences to you. And like I say, I'm hoping the best for you, buddy. So that's going to do it for this episode of the G.I. Joe live stream unboxing and review show. Let me know what figures you may want to look at in the future. And if I've got them, I can pop them open. Maybe I'll put another poll on the website. You can check us out at facebook.com/GI Joe. You can also check us out on YouTube at, as I'm saying this, youtube.com/@g.i.joe_headcast. I'm also on Instagram under Headcast Network. I'm on Twitter or X, both under Headcast Network, and also G.I. Joe. Again, I don't use them as nearly as much as I should, but I am on X. I hate that. I'm on X. I'm on Instagram and Twitter or X, whatever, at G.I. Joe. I had to look it up. At G.I. Joe Headcast is where I'm at there. G.I. Joe Headcast on Twitter /X. So let me know what you guys think. Send me an email to gijoe@headspeaks.com. Again, my email is gijoe@headspeaks.com. And a final time, again, I'm working on this. Like and subscribe, the buttons below. Subscribe, be notified when I have a new episode. And like if you like it. And be sure to tell your friends. Again, I don't do any advertising per se. I don't pay for anything. I do all this just top of my head. I do this as free as possible because I'm a cheapskate. I don't make money on this. I just do this for the fun of it. So definitely. And again, while I can see it in the frame, I'm going to point that out again. Up here, I've got the Post the Pit that a good friend of ours and fellow podcaster, fellow Joe, Kevin Raider Nerd Reitzel, sent me. He sent all us on the show at one time just because he's a great guy. I love that. I've got it on a prominent place hanging up right there. But that's going to do it for this month. here in the next hour or two. I should have some pictures, new pictures of my G.I. Joe shelf and all these new things up there. Until next time, remember, knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe.